right at the time when we, like, it was within about a month of the whole, you know, being like, where they sort of were like, basically said, like, you came in here and you were welcomed as part of us, and you basically did bad to everybody. You treated everyone in here badly. And I said, and I was just like, I just tried to get rid of the bad apples, the people I felt don't belong here. Mark does not belong here. The dude probably should be in jail, and he is now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was just like, yeah, all I was trying to do was make this into what I think it is, and I think all you people are interested in doing is using other people. You're selfish.
That's totally true.
You don't care about anything else. You don't really have any good morals. And I'm sorry, I like some of this stuff, but at the same time, I have a really high moral sense. I'm like Conan. I'm serious. Conan has a strong. I mean, he's a barbarian. He's a thief. You know, he's a murderer in a sense. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he has this strong moral code. Like, there's just certain things you don't do. Like, Conan will be like, I'm gonna steal this, crowned jewel. But, they've got the serpent protecting it, and they're sacrificing some nubile young thing to the serpent. That ain't right. I guess I'll take a break from stealing the crown to go rescue the girl. You know what I mean? Like, he has his moral code. I always loved that about Conan. It's like, he always starts with nothing, and he's like scheming, like, how can I get money? How can I sit here in the pub and drink and fuck without money? So, I'll go steal this wizard's crown and sell the gold. You know what I mean? And that's how every Conan story starts. And at the end, he leaves basically with whatever girl he saves. And then the next story is back to nothing again. But there's something interesting about the fact that the character sort of is morally ambiguous, yet still has this, like, high moral code. It's like, if you cross his code, then Conan's gonna fuck your shit up. And that's sort of how I am, too, because people think I'm, like, super liberal and stuff, but I'm not. I'm actually pretty conservative. You know what I mean? I'm like, there's just some things, some rules, once you break them, I don't think you count anymore. You know? If you hurt a child, you no longer have any rights, in my opinion. It doesn't matter. You did something bad to a child, so you should just be done with. That's an unforgivable crime, I think.
Surely.
You know, it just is. So, but people don't get that about me. They think I'm totally, like, out there.
I wouldn't be your friend if you were that bad.
No, see, I'm not. People think I'm bad, but I'm really not that bad. Most of the people who know me realize I'm not a very bad person.
Oh, you're a good person.
Yeah, I'm a very good person. I just like spooky things. If I talk about the Manson family, it's not like I'm going to go join them. You know what I mean? I just happen to find them really interesting, so I like them. I love the imagery with it. And the imagery freaks people out, so I love to borrow it and sort of spook people with it. Because most of the people that are spooked by it are stupid anyway, you know what I mean? Some people are so stupid. It baffles me. People are very surface oriented and shallow, though. They don't have any sense of like the greater meaning of things, you know what I mean? Just say you like the movie Clockwork Orange?
Yes, I do.
So, like, my son, his middle name is Alexander because
Nice.
of Alex from A Clockwork Orange. That's one of my favorite books in the whole world.
It's a wonderful book.
It is a wonderful book, but
Yes.
if you're stupid and you watch the movie or read the book, you don't get it. You know what I mean? All you see is the surface violence.
Right.
You don't understand what it's actually about, which is why, like, you know, someday when Tristan's old enough, I'll say, look, this is where your name came from. But only if he can watch movies and sort of look beyond the surface and get, like, this, you know, the story behind what's going on. Like, Dawn of the Dead isn't really about zombies eating people in the mall so much as it's about consumerism. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's like, if you don't see that in the story, if all you get is the surface of it, you're like one of those rivet heads with the Slayer t-shirt that's like, dude, I like gore. You know what I mean? It's like,
I do.
It's like, you like it for the wrong reasons. So I wouldn't let Tristan watch A Clockwork Orange, even though I think it's a really good thing. But I just known too many people who all they like about it is the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, there's so much more to it than that.
Oh, there's so much more to it. That's such a complex story. It's so amazing. It says so much about a lot of things, actually. It's more of a socio-political comedy in a way, I think. But, I mean,
it's very tongue-in-cheek.
It is very tongue-in-cheek.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and I mean it rails against the, hypocrisy in the government. Paints a lot of them as sort of closet homosexuals, which is kind of definitely a British thing, because that's always like, ooh, scandal in the House of Parliament. This guy's had a gay party. You know what I mean? That kind of shit happens in England all the time. So it's got that. There's a lot of subtext in that movie. There's a lot going on, but a lot of people just see the surface violence at the beginning, and they're like, ooh, I want to be a droogie. That's like the imagery that Kubrick created, which is totally different from the way that Burgess describes Alex and his droogies in the novel, but it's visually amazing. All the color and just the way he films it, everything about it's great. But yeah, a lot of people just like, once Alex gets busted and goes to prison, and it's like, oh wait, there's a continuing story to this, people lose interest. Like, because it's like, oh, where's all the ultra violence and the Karova milk bar? I want to see more of that. But yeah, that's because people are simpletons. But I think that's the same problem I have with people overall, is like they just don't get. They look at my stuff on the surface. That's why I was kind of surprised about Catherine Everhart the other night, because she had sent me a message sort of like,